You know, I like to listen to the Bible while I'm running along. You know, I find it to be an amazing source of wisdom and inspiration, and especially, you know, in times like we have at the moment, it really helps to sort of nudge me in a positive direction and you know, keep me away from a little bit insulated from all the negativity. So, you know, today I was listening to some chapters in Genesis, you know, in the mid-20s, and it was all about Abraham's family, about Isaac and Rebecca and their children Esau and Jacob. And you know, it's interesting because, you know, God had promised Abraham that he would make his kingdom from his family, so it's good to see just you know, what this family's about. And we don't have to wait long. You know, immediately with the birth of Esau and Jacob, even though Esau was the firstborn, Jacob was trying to supplant him and get ahead of him. And then the story goes on and talks about a time when Jacob took advantage of Esau, when he basically got him to promise his birthright over to him. And then when father Isaac was near his death, perhaps the worst deception occurred when mother Rebecca and son Jacob conspired to deceive Isaac and get him to give his blessing to Jacob rather than Esau. Yeah, that's a pretty big thing back in those days, because the whole lineage and inheritance was based around, you know, a father giving a blessing to a firstborn son. And so for mother Rebecca and Jacob to conspire and come up with what was a fairly intricate plot to deceive Isaac, you know, that's pretty serious. So understandably, you know, Esau was pretty angry, and Jacob moved away for his own safety. But things didn't stop there, because he went and lived with his mother Rebecca's brother Laban. He ended up living there for some 20 odd years, and you know, the deception continued. Firstly, Laban deceived him with which daughter he was going to marry. He thought he was marrying Rachel, and Laban tricked him and swapped in Leah. So the story also tells us that during that 20-year period that Laban changed Jacob's working conditions and wages, you know, at least 10 times. So this was not a happy arrangement within the family. But Jacob wasn't just the victim here, though, because he also manipulated the livestock to his own advantage and to Laban's disadvantage. So, you know, things went both ways. And then after, you know, 20 odd years, when Jacob and his family were leaving Laban, Laban's own daughter Rachel then stole a whole lot of stuff from her father as they left. So, you know, this whole family is far from perfect. And yeah, as I said, you know, Abraham was promised that the kingdom of God would come from his family. So what do we make of this? You know, there's really, I think, only sort of a couple of options. Either they were a really bad choice because they weren't perfect people, or maybe the other option is that you know, they were the best choice available. And you know, what that says to me, I think that's the more likely option. And that just is a great reminder to me that you know, none of us are perfect. We all fall short. and that you know, maybe sometimes I expect a little bit too much from others, and probably a little bit too much from myself. But not only that, you know, it means that, you know, the plans that I make don't have to be perfect, and most often they're not. But it means I don't have to get hung up on the perfection. I don't have to get stopped by it. You know, I can, as long as my heart's in the right place and I'm trying to do my best, then I can just keep going. So, you know, that's just a few sort of short thoughts from me as I run along. And you know, I'm by no means any sort of Bible scholar, so, you know, if you've got anything that you want to add to that, then by all means, you know, start up a conversation in the comments below, and you know, let me know what you think. And in the meantime, let's just keep going.